Good morning and welcome to Jenn Jiggles. I'm Jen. How are you? Today is December 16th, 2019. Christmas is just over a week away. This month went so quickly. I have watched some of my favorite Christmas movies, but I haven't watched all of them, and thank God today's a crafty day because I gotta sit there and do some knitting or some spinning, and I need to watch Charlie Brown, I need to watch Rudolph, I need to watch Frosty, I need to watch The Grinch. Because next week I won't be able to, because Ian will be home and it'll be all about the football. So, go Motherwell. Go Derby County. Go Chelsea. Don't be hating on me for Chelsea. Anyway, yeah. So, anyway, if this is your first time, and I notice I have like 4 new subscribers, so hi, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you want to let me know, who you are and what's going on with you and why you're watching, that'd be good. You can put a comment below. Or, put a comment below. Anyway, welcome to everybody who's coming back. Kimmer, love you. Merry Christmas, honey. Merry Christmas, Helen. Merry Christmas, Shannon. Merry Christmas, everybody. So, where was I going with this? So this podcast is the last one until December 2nd. I think, is when Beaver goes back to work. I call him B, as in Bolton, but his name's Ian, and sometimes I call him other things, but we won't talk about those times. Joking. Most of that's inside my own head. Lots of stuff in my life's just inside my own head. We won't talk about that either. Yes, we will. No, we won't. Joking. My sense of humor is weird, so if you're new and you can't put up with it, or you don't like it, seriously, I'm not going to be hurt. I worry about me. Anyway, let's talk about weight loss. I have lost 3.1 pounds this week, and I'm attributing that to a change in my diet, which we'll talk about in a second, because I do want to talk about food, because, Christmas is nearly here, and we need to be cognizant of our habits, more so over holidays. But I also attribute it to, Jesus, Pendle Hill's white. It snowed here. I attribute it also to my Potter size, Etter size from this last week, which was just adding a little bit of exercise. And if you weren't with us last week for last week's episode, go back and watch it, or I'll just tell you now. Potter size, Etter size is editing exercise. When I edit my podcast, I walk in place the entire time to get just a little bit of exercise on top of my exercise, and I think that really helped. Also this week, I got a cold on Friday, so I don't think that really had a lot to do with it, but it did have some, because Saturday was weird. But I had 3 days of vegan meals. Now, I don't really follow that or subscribe to it particularly, so I don't know the difference between vegan and vegetarian. I know one is like full plant-based, and the other is you can have fish and eggs and stuff. I don't know. But whichever one is fish and eggs, then that's me. I eat egg. I have a little bit of cheese still, but I really like goat cheese, and so I don't want to get rid of cheese completely. Anyway, so I had like 3 meals this week, Ian and I did, including Saturday lunch. So Saturday again, people came and replaced the picture window in my kitchen over my sink, and I had started this cold on Friday night, but it wasn't like full blown or anything, and even on Saturday it wasn't really full blown. That didn't really start to get pretty bad until Saturday evening. And so after the guys left then they were here at our house at 8:30 in the morning, and they left about 11, I think, 10:30, 11 o'clock. After they left, Ian went down to the Spar on the corner, because there's a Subway in there, and he picked up subs for us. And I got the vegetarian sub, which has like it has like a burger on it, but it's, you know, it's like a veggie burger. And so I had that for lunch instead, with no crisps or anything like that. I just had the vegetarian sub, and we had like a pot pie, but that was only veg this week. And then I had rice with Mediterranean veg last night with a little bit of chicken. But I'm trying to, for a few reasons, and I'm not going to give you the whole Greta Thunberg lecture on the earth, but I am trying to work meat out of my diet. Not just for the earth, but, you know, because I'm fat. And I don't mind saying I am fat. And I'm not putting myself down in saying that I'm fat. It's obvious to everyone and myself that I'm overweight. So I'm trying to change my diet slowly. I didn't want to just go boom. But I know I can just go boom because I did it before. I smoked, and I quit smoking nearly 6 years ago. So I know I can just switch things. And oh, and if you're wondering whether I struggle or not, I did not struggle at all. I didn't get grouchy. Every once in a while I'll have this like, ooh, a fag would be nice. And it's mostly when I get upset. Like, I have to be uber upset to want a ciggy. And I know I said fag. Sorry if that offended anybody. But in England they call them fags. But anyway, so I know I can switch, but I didn't want to just switch because, you know, that would upset your stomach and all that crap. So, crap, get it? I made it funny. No pun intended. So yeah, so anyway, that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. My problem is, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I really, really, really like steak. It is one of my most favorite things in the world. But yeah, we all gotta give stuff up, don't we? So there you go. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I did last week. So 3.1 pounds is pretty good. And another thing I was thinking about in all of that, because I've been having salads and things for lunch, just because I don't know what it is during the day. I can't be to eat. Like this morning, it's now 8:51 and I've not had anything to eat, and I don't really want to. I know I should, so I'll probably go have some oatmeal or something, but I just don't have an appetite. And I do eat lunch, I won't lie, but yeah, I just don't know what it is. But the next thing I was going to talk about, so changing diet, drinking more water. So water, is the exercise bit. And kind of at the end of last week, I laid off the exercise. I don't think it was because of the cold. She just was like, oh my god, I don't want to really do this, and I'm not going to do it because, you know, then it seems like too much like work and not like a, you know, an aid to the weight loss. And but what I was thinking was I've lost 3.1 pounds this week. So what I really need to do is for this last week, I lost the 3.1 pounds. So for this week coming and my exercise, I really need to add 3.1 pounds of weight back to my person. That's not gaining the weight back, but like physically putting 3 pounds in my pockets or whatever, because it makes sense that you would burn more calories if you've got more weight on you, because it takes more energy to move you. But if I keep doing this and I keep losing the weight, but I'm not adding the same amount of weight back, then I'm probably going to lose less. So I thought, how am I going to do that? And to be honest with you, I still haven't figured out how I'm going to add the weight to me, but it could be a backpack. To be honest with you, for 3 pounds, it could be a fanny pack. with a bunch of change in it. So I'll jingle while I exercise. But yeah, I mean, in order to maintain that same amount of energy being expended, I need to, you know, add the weight to myself. And I sew, so it's not out of the realm of possibility to get a bag of sand and just keep making little things, because like I made these are filled with beans. They're pattern weights that I made for myself, so I just lay them on my pattern rather than pin my pattern, and they smell so good because I put lavender oil on the beans before I put them in. Oh, they're so nice. Also, sometimes I warm these up and just put them on my forehead when I have one of my sinus headaches, because it's a lot smaller than, you know, my great big bean bag. But yeah, so I could do something like that. Oh yeah, I lowered my table because I was going to turn around and do my podcast this way, because it's basically just gone bright enough to do my podcast. So now I got to try to get that back up. But yeah, so anyway, so that's all the weight loss stuff for this week. And I've just talked for 12 minutes, and sorry. So I have a very busy day ahead of me, and it's all going to be crafting. I have to finish spinning my spinning wheels here. If you watch Cider House Crafts podcast, if you're new here, that's my crafting podcast. But I did say that I was going to try to finish that spin. So I spun some this morning while I was waiting for it to get light out, and I'll try to finish that. I've only got, give me 1 second, sorry. I've only got whoosh! Almost fell. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that scared me. I've only got this little bit left of the solid yellow with a little bit of red in. That's all I got left of that. And then I have this to do, and that spin is done. And I will be one happy camper to have that off. I'll leave it on the spindle for a little while so it can set, and then I will chain play that together. I wanted to say that this red top that I'm wearing, not the black one, but the red one that I'm wearing, is something that I made for myself. Don't know where the pattern is. Probably shouldn't have talked about it, but yeah, I've shown it before. But yeah, it was a free pattern on sewing, Simply Sewing, I think it was, magazine, or just sewing, I don't know. I think I paid like, I don't know, like £1.29 or so. I can't remember. Kim, you probably remember because I've talked about it so much, but yeah, I got a decent shirt out of it that I can wear a shirt underneath, and it doesn't look too bad. It's really nice. Ian likes it, so that's all that matters. Yeah, so speaking of Ian, one of the crafts that I need to do today, I'm really sorry, I have a very stuffy nose. One of the crafts that I'm doing today, I spilled my tea, is I am making, and now it's dripping on me. I'm making some salt dough because I'm making a paw print of my dog Blossom's paw, using this red ribbon to tie the ornament at the top. But I'm making salt dough, which is a cup of flour, a cup of salt, and a half a cup of water. But I am quartering that because I don't need very much. And then you put that all together and you knead it until it's not sticky anymore. If you need to, you can add a little bit more flour or a little bit more water, depending on whether it's too dry or too wet. And then you roll it out and you put your dog's paw on it to make the print into the sort of clay stuff. And then you cut around it and you use a straw to make the hole for the ribbon to go through. And then you bake it in the oven for 2 hours on 200 degrees. And then it dries out, and then you can paint it. And I have some paints, and I'm not sure what color I'm going to do. If I'm going to leave it white and paint around the paw print, or paint the paw print and leave the other part white. But that's the ribbon I'm going to. So I'm getting that done today. I've got a list back here in my notebook. Sorry about the squeaking chair. I say that every time. I'm just going to stop apologizing for it, or maybe I'll just spray it with some WD-40. Oh, you feel so nice and warm. Yeah, so I'm going to finish that spin. I need to get the paw print done. So the other thing I was going to talk about as far as crafting goes, and then I'll let you guys go because I really do have to get my ass in gear some point today, is I have some wool, and it is, I think it's a bulky, I don't know, it's either bulky or it's a light worsted or something, but this is it. So it's blacks and whites and grays. Excuse me, I am so sorry. Oh, that hurt my throat. This cold is like a booger. Anyway, I had started a, there she be. I started a Knit One Below sweater. I bought this book by Elise Duvicott, called Knit One Below, because there were so many things in it. It's very rare for me to purchase a knitting book. I purchase lots of quilting stuff, but not knitting books. But I saw this in a bookstore. Well, it was a used bookstore in Alexandria, Virginia, and I picked it up because I really, really wanted to knit some things out of here. You'll see which one it is because of the color of my wool. But this is a Knit One Below sweater. I'll show you another picture of it now from the front. So you can tell by the photo how this sweater is constructed. Hopefully, please focus because I really want everybody to see this. So basically, you knit this sweater crossways, and I really wanted that sweater, and I had actually started it, but I made such a mess of it that I just pulled it all out and said, because it can get very confusing. Now, people think brioche is confusing. Knit One Below is just as bad, and it's not something that you can even listen to podcasts or books while you're doing. Well, I can't, but I really want that sweater, so I am going to give it another go. And so that will be something that I'm going to be starting over the Christmas period. I'm just praying to all that's holy that I don't need my size 5 Majestics, because if I do, I'm kind of fucked. Because I do not, sod's law, it'll be size 5. Ah! Yay! 4mm. What have I got? What am I using my 4mm for? Nothing. I'm done. I was using them for something, but I don't need them anymore. Yay, 4mm needles. So yeah, so I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope that you enjoy both of those holidays, those days. Like I said, don't avoid the stuff. Just don't go overboard, I guess. I'm not going to. I'm going to watch my portion sizes and, you know, do what I can. Might get a little bit of extra exercise in over the holidays. I managed to lose weight over Thanksgiving, so who freaking knows? I might come back in 2 weeks and see you and go, holy shit, check me out, bitches. I've lost like 6 pounds now. But yeah, I just want you to have a happy holiday and enjoy drinking G&T. Have your G&T. You know who you are. And yeah, if you're going to midnight mass, enjoy that. It's always, I think it's the most lovely Mass of the entire year. And yeah, enjoy the carols and the caroling and all of the fun stuff that comes with the holiday. And I hope your New Year is a good one. And yeah, I will see you on January 2nd. And we can ring in the New Year together. Anyway, please take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the New Year. Love you. Happy holidays. Bye.